But when I saw the decision on Will Hayes and 2 weeks, I just thought I need to bump him and I need to put that in number 5. I cannot, for the life of me, understand what Will Hayes was expected to do in that situation. Now, this isn't we can't ever take into consideration off-field stories or journeys along the way. But Will Hayes has worked bloody hard to come back in and play his first game at a second club. He's been on the fringe a lot. He's obviously a hard worker. He would be respected by his teammates. He's come in. He's laid a tackle early in his first game for his second club. His dad's flown over from Hong Kong to do this, to watch his son play. And he lays a tackle which happens to result in the concussion of the player that gets tackled in Sam Menegola, and he's slapped with 2 games. I mean, I don't know what he's expected to do.
Did he sling him into the ground?
No.
If we look at the vision, he tackles Menegola on the side, the right-hand side, and he continues with his momentum in a straight line through that. Menegola, or whoever is, this is where I can't understand it. The person who is tackled often will take evasive action to try and break that tackle, to try and beat that tackle. So Menegola's action was to try and spin to his left clockwise, which meant that the momentum was now going from his front to the back, and their feet got caught up, and Menegola goes over onto his back, and his head whiplashes into the ground. I don't know how culpable Will Hayes should be in that instance, other than not tackle at all. What can the kid do? I hope they challenge it. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously it's seen as the intent was careless. The impact was high because of the concussion, and the location was high, even though the tackle was on the body, because the contact of the head on the ground. That makes it high contact in terms of location on the body.
I suppose they're asking, could he have tackled him without then throwing him to the ground?
He didn't. Don't think there wasn't 2 actions.
Yeah, no, he just took him to ground. He didn't throw him. So the term "throw to ground," I've watched it 15 times while Bucks has been speaking.
Yeah, same.
there is a thing in the game which is just a free kick against. So that's all it was. It was a holding the man free kick against because the ball was gone. So it was definitely a free kick. And if you had seen that incident and there was no concussion, you wouldn't think twice about it.
And that is the thing that tackle, you could lay that tackle 100 times and 98 times there's no concussions. So you get 2 weeks for a 2 out of 100 situation, and it's play on for or a free kick for 98 of the 100. I
got sympathy for Will Hayes, but unfortunately it's got nothing to do with it. His resume or where he's come from and all that sort of stuff, to state the bleeding obvious.
I understand that, but what do we expect? What do we expect a player in Will Hayes' position to do?
Keep the tackle close to him potentially. Would you use that phrase?
So we're not tackling anymore, we're just hugging.
Just drop the knees.
If a player missed
I'm playing devil's advocate here, by the way. Don't look at me like
I bring everything back to if a player missed a grand final. And maybe that's the wrong thing to do. If a player missed a grand final for that, can you imagine?
But that's a good way to put it. But I mean, in Will Hayes' case, this could end his career.
Yeah, all of that.
You could have another young Carlton player who comes into that role next 2 weeks, takes his opportunity, and we never see Will Hayes again. Now, it's not about Will Hayes as such, but these are situations we need to consider. It's not. I mean, I understand the medico-legal challenges with concussion. I understand that the AFL are trying to protect the head in many ways, but we cannot legislate against incidental contact, which is going to happen when you have 36 players running around in a 160 by 140 metre oval and you're chasing one pill. You're going to have contact. How can you legislate against all contact?